We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. Before we begin today, I'd just like to mention that the product being discussed in this video comes courtesy of Roger at Burn Your Tongue. So major shout out to Roger for providing the product you're about to see today. Burn Your Tongue is a purveyor of fine, spicy products cleverly hidden in the Newgate Mall in Ogden, Utah. It's probably my favorite physical hot sauce shop, and I think it's the best of its kind. If you're within a 100-mile radius of Ogden, Utah, and you care at all about this type of thing, I definitely encourage you to drive and make the visit. It is well worth your time. Roger also has a Facebook page, which I'll put in the description below. Feel free to check him out there. And what this is Pepper Nectar Original. Sort of I love this. I love this label. This is I think one of my favorite labels. This hand holding the match. That's awesome. I love that. Seed to plant. Blah, blah. There's a lot of little written slogans hanging around here. I don't know. It's kind of it's like a weird boutique hot sauce. Just some of the formatting that they've done here, and of course, this is a pair-all here hot sauce. So let's take a look here. Sometimes we can find valuable information, and feel free to pause the screen if you are interested in that. This is a girl carrying hot sauce in her pocket. I dig that. That is very, very, very cool. If I carried a purse, I would at least consider that. Probably a refrigerated purse, though, if I'm being honest. So, all right, we have chili pepper here, which is not described as to which one it is. This is almost like a Thai pepper here, I think, from the picture. Water, garlic, honey, carrot juice concentrate, salt, habanero, vinegar, citric acid, and xanthan. So you can see this is a very puree-ish, very puree looking. It's a very sort of deep orange. I think this is, my guess is maybe orange. My guess is that they probably use the carrot juice concentrate for coloring, if I'm guessing here. And it's a really gorgeous color. I actually like it quite a bit. I kind of wish I knew what the chili peppers were, though, that they're listing, but not that big of a deal. Like I said, this really, really reminds me of just a finer version of like the Huifeng chili garlic that has, and I'm catching the wave of that actually as I poured that right there, with the addition of honey and carrot juice. Is kind of, just a finer puree. Look at that. It's very, very pulpy. You can see it settles out nice. Very sticky. Look at how sticky this is. And these are crazy, I'm assuming polypropylene or spoons here for the plastic, which doesn't always like things to stick to it. So this is doing quite well. You see there's little bits of seeds and whatnot in it. Some of the particulates there of the pepper. So very gorgeous, beautiful sauce. I actually think this is just really stunning looking. So 1, 2, 3 down the hatch. I am getting a carrot flavor in there, along with the chili garlic. Sauce itself, very little heat, very, very mild, very moderate heat. Like I said in the review, honey and habanero is such an awesome combination. there is enough habanero powder that you can get some kind of a build here. And I think it is very representative of habaneros in that respect, where you don't catch it right away and then it builds up. Because I'm getting a little bit more of a build than initially when I had it. But I like this sauce. I think this sauce is very complex. I think it goes pretty well on a fairly wide variety of things. I will say I did like it better when I initially opened it. And this is a step off the pace for sauce of the year, but it is. I had a few of those this year that were still very, very highly rated. If you look through the blog, and the sauce review for this, by the way, is listed in the description below. But if you look through, I talk about this a little bit in some of my quarterly updates. It is not an easy thing to get a cumulative 7. And that's where this one wound up at. There's over 200 reviews now. Well over that, actually, if you count the minis. And the vast majority of them are not even 5. They're below a 5. So 5 being kind of the halfway point. So it really, when you get up into 7s, you're really, really coming through with something awesome. Which this definitely is. I really, really like this sauce a little bit. The only thing I find a little bit off-putting actually is the carrots. So, but I made a plate of shrimps here, coconut shrimps, and I managed to leave them in the air fryer a touch long, so they're a little bit darker than I usually would have them. So let's clear that, and we'll just get some of this sauce right on here. This one, as you can see, is mostly gone. I've eaten a lot of this one. I really, really have enjoyed this quite a bit. Very boutique. I would say definitely a high-end sauce. If you like chili garlic, and you just wish it was a little bit sweeter, this is an excellent sauce to get. Just like I said, I really wish that there weren't carrots in it. But okay, let's do one of these up. This is the chili sauce, sweet chili sauce that came with these, by the way. You know, maybe I'll try this too. Why not? That was really good. One of the problems I have with these is coconut shrimp can be very, very, very sweet. And a lot of these sweet chili sauces, ooh, that's awful. Wow. Oh, man. Ooh. Regret putting that in my mouth. Okay. So, I'm trying to keep this from flopping and going everywhere. Alright, back to this. But that's good to know. You keep this on hand. It's designed as an everyday sauce. And that's the beauty of this, that it works well with Asian food. It works well with pizza, chicken, shrimps. I will be honest, there are a couple minor issues I have with it. One is that using a habanero powder, the concentrated sort of habanero, as the heat driver, I think with these other semi-delicate sauces, the main problem I have with that is that it can tend towards the bitter a little bit. That's my main problem with it, and that's why Like carrot, I don't dislike enough for that. I mean, that by itself wouldn't have taken it out of the running. But just the tendency, if you have a lot of it, to go bitter. And there's really nothing else in here that would do that. And I think, had that not been the case, for me, this is a strong sauce of the year contender. Were that not the case, even as it is, I mean, like I said, 7 is not. I posted in Prairie Rarefied Air for this year, and overall. I just wish that really use habaneros. If you want them for a heat element, use them. The powder just. I understand why you want to make a classic chili garlic sauce. Spike it with a little bit of honey. Tint it with a little bit of carrot. I get that. I understand totally. But just, man. Like, you take a look at Z's Shield Maiden, which has similar ingredients to this, and won Sauce of the Year. Can definitely be done. Heat's pretty moderate, so you can use a lot of it too. As you see me doing. I'm going to try to save this though for some more Asian-y foods. That really, really, I like what it does with that. Asian can be a really hard thing to add sauces to. Asian and Italian, I think, two hardest too. This checks at least one of the boxes, but I would never suggest putting it like in a marinara or anything. Just fantastic. It's a really good sauce. But again, that's kind of where the discussion comes between, is it a really good sauce versus a great sauce? And I really try to keep the sauce of the year conversation with sauces I would say are great. This one is close, just not there all the way. So, but I would say definitely, if you're a fan, like I would keep chili garlic on hand. If you look through the history of the blog, you can see that there's certain things that I always keep at hand. That's one of them. And this, as an alternate to that, I would use it just in place of this. I really think this is an excellent sauce. I just don't think it takes that next step that it needs to. And again, that's the use of powder. So changing that to actually using habaneros in the mix, I think would really improve where that's going. And orange habaneros, for instance, if you use those, I don't think you would notice a lot of additional flavor. So certainly people have done it. What can I say? If you look through the list of peppers that have been in my sauce of the year winners, their habanero, despite it not being a pepper I'm especially fond of, or wasn't for most of the time, definitely shows up there a lot. So it can be done. It can be done. That would be maybe my only recommendation. Like the carrot, I don't love it, but the carrot's not offensive to me. Just that bittering out thing to me just gives me a pause, and it kind of it doesn't. It just detracts a little bit. I think that's kind of the main issue I have. But definitely well worth your attention. If you haven't tried this one, you like chili, garlic, you like Asian food, and you're looking for a hot sauce, this is your ticket right here. The Pepper Nectar Original. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.